Hello and welcome to the Modern Toy Fair Let's Pose, where I show you how to pose your figures like I do in the photos at the end of my reviews. Today I'll be showing you how to pose the Neca TMNT Mirage Comics Lawson 4-pack Michelangelo. I'm going to be doing a pose video for each of the 4 turtles, so keep your eyes out for each of those. And of course, let me know in the comments below what figures you'd like to see me pose next. I am always building up that list, so I appreciate your patience. But that's enough chitter chatter, let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to do a very Mikey pose here first. So we're going to get this hand switched out with the flat karate chop hand. Get that arm bent in about 90 degrees. Take the right arm, bend it in pretty far. We're going to put this slice of pizza from the NECA Toon Turtles in here. You can use really any, but this is just the one I prefer because I feel like it matches the art style a little better. We're going to move that arm up a little bit so it's near his mouth. And then we're going to take the Toon Turtle. Well, this is actually from, I think, the accessory packet from the Toon Turtles that just came out. But the pizza box. And like that, matter of seconds, we've got this arm bent in at about 90 degrees, tilted up. We've got the other arm down here at 90 degrees. You can see, well, not quite 90 degrees, almost. A little bit forward. But I also have it tilted so that way it can hold the pizza without any issues. And it's also tilted a little bit forward so that way, well, correction, if you're moving it around, you'll have issues. But if it's stationary, it sits there fine. But I have it tilted just enough that you can kind of see the actual like top of the box too. It's a great pose if you just want, a very Michelangelo pose on your shelf. Now we're going to get rid of all that fun stuff here. Get the nunchuck out of his belts here. Pop that one into that arm. And I want to wedge this under his armpit. I will warn you, it's a pain because it does not like to stay. Since it's just kind of a flat nunchuck compared to like the previous ones that had like a notch on them. But we're going to try. It may be best just to save this till I get him completely where in the pose I want. But and get the legs spread out a little bit, just a little bit of a bend to get him a nice fighting stance going here. There we go. And if I can get the ankles to pivot the way I need them, so balance, that'd be nice. There we are. So we've got his arm here, bicep swivels, horizontal with the elbow bent in. That karate chop hand kind of just like, ready to block. And then we've got the nunchuck in the other arm, tucked underneath his armpit. Got right there a little bit of swivel at the bicep being used. Elbow is bent in just under 90 degrees. And it's enough to put a little tension on that cord that's holding the nunchucks together. And then we've got the legs spread out, a little bit of bend to them. Next up, we're going to do pretty much a very similar pose. We're just going to shift him in the opposite direction and change it up a little bit. And he's going to have the nunchuck being held between his two hands instead of under his armpit. So we're going to get this one here. Get some tension on that line. And the legs don't change, but just kind of shifted the arms, brought the right one down, twisted the head the opposite direction, brought the left one up a little bit. You can see there it's about horizontal at the bicep swivel. And just enough to kind of give you a little bit of an action pose with him. This last pose is going to be, I haven't done many aerial poses with the turtles, so I think we'll do that for Mikey. Seems like he'd be the one most likely to kind of just hop around. So we're going to get both nunchucks out, get the knees bent, and make it look like he's like leaping through the air. Gonna get this arm bent here. Come on. Get this in here like so. And we're going to get the nunchucks in here. Now the nunchucks, you can have a couple different options. You can either have them being held both in the grip, or what I like to do is I like to have one in between the fingers just to kind of give it a little pizzazz. But this way you don't have both nunchucks just kind of dangling there. Let's see, so it's got a little cross like he's kind of holding them. Get the legs adjusted here. And get him to sit on there. Be careful using these wire stands if you choose to get them, just because you don't want to scratch the paint. That's why I've got it like going up under his shell instead of like holding his leg or anything like that. But now you've got Mikey leaping through the air, about to smack somebody in the face. So we've got this leg slightly bent, pulled back. We've got the hips rotated. This arm's out forward. Let's see if I can bend this out, lose the balance. There we go. We've got this arm pulled back, a little bit of a bend to it, nothing crazy. It is twisted. And then we've got the nunchuck dangling back behind it. This knee pulled in quite a bit. It's also out a little forward, kind of give him that, moving, like motion look to him. But that's going to be it for this week's Let's Pose. As always, let me know in the comments below what figures you'd like to see me pose next. I do appreciate your patience. Some of the figures people are requesting are going to be harder to get than others because they aren't things that I normally collect, and they might be a little more pricey as well. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Helps us out and also gets you a bunch of toy-related content in your feed. And of course, if you're a fan of the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/Modern Toy Fair. We have a bunch of different tiers of different rewards, from actual physical prints of the photos I take for the reviews, and even being a guest on our live stream, along with getting some exclusive episodes of some of our videos. So make sure to check that out. Link will be in the description below. And of course, don't forget to click on the review that's popped up on your screen right now. That is for the 4-pack itself, so you can see each of the 4 turtles in detail, along with those photos I mentioned before. Hopefully see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.